Alright, I hope this works, but I think we're gonna talk about the fitness test that we did. So, if you ignore the Civilization 6 gameplay in the background and just listen to my voice as I present the analysis and evaluation of the fitness test results from various public services, I'm sure you'll understand what I will be saying as things happen. Right, so the first thing we should talk about is the first thing on the list, which shall be the what I believe is the Navy fitness tests. Now, what I did for it was, because we only did push-ups per 1 minute, and the Navy says 2 minutes, I decided to double my results, since that reasonably makes sense, since 1 times 2 is 2, even if realistically that doesn't happen. I could obviously try to do it myself in 2 minutes by putting up a timer, but I'll probably lose count. But it's very strange why the Navy does this, but in 2 minutes rather than 1, but I have no idea. But as for push-ups and sit-ups, I've passed, and if I just maintain that by exercising and doing that, I should be able to easily join the Navy with no issues. The next thing we'll be talking about is the RAF fitness test, which sorry about that, I was just taking in a long breath. But the thing with the RAF fitness tests, there's a few things. So we should talk about the push-ups and sit-ups first. With push-ups, I got about let me just check my results again. Right. I got 22 sit-ups. 22 press-ups and 30 sit-ups. I'll check if the footage can even see that, but if it can, then congratulations. Then I don't need to play Civ 6, but if it can't, ah well. But the reason, as for how I got the 2.4 run, I used the results from the treadmills of various things with air and defense, since what if I have those results, why not use them? It makes sense to anyway. So I've done several of these. First time I got 1317, which was a pass. For some services, like the RAF, which is 1320, because I'm 16. However, I reduced it to 2.02 in my most recent attempt, which means I'm eligible to join the Navy as well on 2.4 kilometers runs, which is good. All I need to do is maintain that, or just keep going. And since technically it's only a 2-kilometer run on the British forces, and I got a 1202 for a 2.4, which is much further, I probably should be able to pass for British Army as well, so that's good. And yeah, that's for the armed services so far. The only thing that I failed on, is the bleep tests for the armed services, like the military. For example, RAF is 8.2, and the pass rate is 8.6, which means I failed. However, that was probably because of my performance and attitude towards the bleep test. In reality, I should have strived further and had a better attitude. I should also probably eat more, since I don't really eat enough, believe it or not. So same goes for Navy and Armed Services. The only thing I'm missing is a mid-fight pool, which unfortunately we can't really do, so oh well. Unless we'll be doing that soon or later. I'll update the video if there's more results here. Now we should move on to police and prison services. Now, Chester Treadmill. This one was actually difficult, I ain't going to lie. Whereas the bleep test is like, oh, I can't be bothered. The Chester Treadmill was just difficult. Like, there was some moments where I was like, is this really what the police does? Because I want to die. What you do in that one is just, every 2 minutes, the, treadmill increases the, steepness, essentially, like the ascent. So it starts on 0, then goes to, like, I think it's 3, then 6, then 9, then 12, and then 15. Something like that. But I did it through sheer determination, although my clothes were sweaty afterwards. Yeah, I don't even want to know what even happened there. Lastly, we'll talk about the prison service. The grip test was actually fairly easy. I actually got a 36, so that's nice. The multi-stage fitness test was 8.2, like the police one, so I could join the police and prison services if I wanted to, but not really. I'm not into it. Speed test we haven't done yet, which I'm sure we will do in a sec. And then the shield test, I passed, obviously. That wasn't very difficult, to be honest. It felt like a normal item to hold. The only thing I could say is that maybe the actual shield would have been different, but I don't know. I think that's enough for now.